Chad, Keith, when you started with real estate sales, you had an expectation. Do you feel like that we lived up to your expectation?
Yeah, I actually believe that you've exceeded that expectation. To be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect when I started this program because it was just a complete unknown. It was just like you just don't know what to expect. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know if it's real, if it's So yeah, I mean, but after as time progressed, it exceeded my expectations.
Good. How important are the leads to your success?
Paramount. I mean, really the two most important things on your program are the leads as well as the coaching, the continuous coaching, the access to the coaches, and just the information you can get, at a drop of a hat. When a question arises or a situation arises, you're able to access your coach and talk to him. But the leads, I mean, the whole thing wouldn't work if you guys didn't provide the quality leads that you guys do.
Do you believe, well, you've kind of hit on the mentorship and having a mentor. It's possible without, but I don't think that the success and the speed of your success would happen without a good mentor sitting there with you, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's tons of information out there. There's YouTube videos, there's podcasts, but there's so much of it. It's hard to disseminate, what to use and what not to use. It's overwhelming. But when you got somebody you can contact and ask very specific questions about a certain situation or something that they're actually doing, I think the important thing is that you guys are doing exactly what I'm doing every day. And so that's key right there. You're not just talking to somebody who's closed a couple of deals and then they're trying to sell a book or a program or something. I mean, you guys are actually in it every day. And so that's very key, I think, to your program. And that's probably one of the main things that attracted me to your program was not that you offer leads, but you offer coaching for over a year, or at least, for a year. And so I think that long-term commitment is really is what makes your program stand out more than others.
Do you feel like when you got in and even today that you've been given the tools needed in the training and that? I mean, we've worked pretty hard on what we've given you, but do you feel like you've gotten everything you've needed to get there, to achieve?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, whenever I first got into this, I'm the kind of person who likes to, whenever I get interested in a subject or something, that I get obsessed with it. I'll dive in full force, and it consumes all my time. I mean, I really don't do anything else except just learn and learn and learn. And that's kind of way it was with this. But like I said, there's so much information out there, and there's so much to try to parse through that your program is really it's really focused. I mean, I don't want to say it's simple because it's really not. I mean, the investing in real estate isn't simple, but the way you present the information, it's it's just very focused on what you need to know right then, and then once you learn that step, then you go to the next step and you learn that, and then you go to the next step and you learn that. I really enjoyed that. And I think that really helps a lot of people because, like I said, I think it's kind of overwhelming when you start something new and you don't know what to expect or what to do. And your program was very, very helpful because it starts you off with basic stuff like how to do the envelopes, how to do the letters, and then you guys provide the list and how to even integrate it into like a Word document, things like that. Even that was helpful to me because, I mean, I consider myself a computer geek, but I never ever use Excel for anything. So it was almost like learning a new program. But once I got into it, I mean, your steps were so easy to follow. It was real simple. So
Good. Is there anything that you would, well, and you're coming up to some closings soon. You've got some, what, 2 or 3 scheduled?
yeah, I've actually got another one in the making. Hopefully it'll close Monday of next week, so it'll be 4. Yeah, I've got 3 at title right now. So, I mean, it was like I was telling Jason, it's just like somebody flipped a switch, and all of a sudden, everything just started happening. The letters started kicking in, people started calling. These first two properties I got under contract. I was really kind of worried about because I think I bought them or I put them under contract a little too high because I was just really anxious to get something going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I still sold them. I mean, they sold within 2 weeks. I think it was about a week and a half or so. Both properties under the same owner. And so, yeah, and then after that, it was just like a snowball effect. I mean, they just kept rolling in, and then leads kept rolling in. I mean, even when I'm on the interview with you, I'm seeing stuff pop up for for phone calls for my letters that I need to answer. So I mean, it's keeping me busy. So.
How long do you think it took you, if you were going to put a timetable on it, how long do you think it took you to kind of get used to it and get some momentum built?
Well, like I said at the beginning, I didn't really know what to expect. I was kind of nervous because I don't know. I guess like a lot of people, when you start sending out letters, you expect an immediate return and call back. But it didn't happen that way. It takes time for direct mail to saturate the market. And you get people calling in. So I didn't really know what to expect. But I would say after about a month, um, it just it started working out, and I started creating habits and processes where like I send out a certain amount of mailers. Like whenever I was doing about 200 letters a month, I'll send out like maybe 10 or so like every day, just to get a process going. Like in the mornings or the night before, I'll prep like 3 or 4 10, 20, 30, 50 letters, and then send them out the next morning. Go pick up the returns, come back, and then work on my spreadsheet and return calls and things like that, and then go out on appointments. So it took a little while to get that simple process going, but once I started doing it, it was pretty easy. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of because I'm the kind of guy who, I mean, doing the physical stuff is easy, but anticipating the stuff that I don't know what to expect was a little, just kind of played with my head a little bit because I didn't know what to expect. So I mean, doing the stuffing envelopes and writing letters and keeping that going, just doing that little thing every day just kind of helped me stay focused and move forward.
So talk to me about the option contract. Have you had much opposition for it, or I mean, what do you think of it?
I like it. When I first saw it, I was really surprised that it was one page, and it's because I've seen like the Oric contract here in Oklahoma. It's like a 4 or 5 page. I think I sent you one of those actually, and it was kind of intimidating. Um,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of title companies around here really that they haven't kind of seen that, but once they saw that it's legal and it's legit and it works, they were fine with it. So I didn't really have any problem with it. I had a title company call and ask if I had the purchase agreement, and I said no. All I have is the option to purchase, and that was after we were sending the paperwork and everything for a closing. And but after like a day, I mean, they said it was fine, and I never had any. I really didn't have a whole lot of pushback on it. I mean, I had some questions about it, but that was about it. So it works fine. Yeah, I love the simplicity of it. It's just
Yeah.
great.
The simplicity and the openness of it. So
Mhm.
there is no unexpected, um, you know, expectations. There's no unrealistic expectations. That's what I was trying to put in there.
Yeah,
Uh, the seller knows where you stand. You know
right,
where the seller stands.
right.
So it to me, I don't know. It works so well. That's why
Yeah,
we use it all the time.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's really great from the seller standpoint because they can understand it, and it's not intimidating to them. It's just like you pop it out and you put it on your clipboard, and you just kind of go over the eight bullet points, and
It's
and they're
done.
good. It's done. Yeah.
Yeah. Had you ever invested in real estate before working with us?
Not investing. I mean, I have a home here that I bought to the traditional way of going through a mortgage company and a bank and all that stuff. But other than that, I have. When I was when I was in high school, I actually got really interested in real estate, and I bought the Carlton Sheets programs. I don't know if you guys ever even heard of that. It's been
Yep.
around, but I got that, and it was so confusing, and it was just hard to follow, and I just kind of dropped it. And I've always been kind of interested in real estate, but I just never really had. I always thought you need a lot of money. always thought you needed like, a lot of capital to buy an investment property and rehab it and do all that stuff. And I didn't realize that it's really easy to get into. You just gotta, you know, you just gotta find the right program. And I think yours is the right program.
Do you feel like that your coach has been there for you when you needed it, and been able to guide you where you feel like you needed to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's probably sick of seeing my texts all the time because I'm always asking silly questions, I think. But yeah, he's always answered me in a timely fashion. If I needed to call and talk to him, he's always been there to answer, the questions I have.